Plastically Natalie. Today we're going to do a short book review, book talk about Llewellyn's Little Book of Tarot by Barbara Moore. If you're interested in book reviews, if you're interested in D&D writing or live streams of games, feel free to subscribe to my channel. If you enjoy this video and you'd like to see more, leave a like. If you have any interesting books you'd like me to check out, or even some useful critiques of how I'm doing this, please leave a comment. If you'd like to see more of things along this style, please leave a comment. I've gotten a little bit interested in tarot. I'm reading a lot of books about it. I find it a very interesting subject. So, this is published by Llewellyn, which is Llewellyn.com specifically, which is a leading source of metaphysical books and resources. They are independently owned and dedicated to providing resources for those interested in new worlds of body, mind, and spirit. In essence, they pretty much have whatever you're looking for, if it's something kind of off the beaten path in terms of, the norm. I have actually bought a couple of things from them. I bought, Llewellyn's Little Book of Tarot. I bought 2 tarot decks from them as well. I felt kind of weird buying them off of Amazon, and I figured why not get it from an actual, independently owned company that probably put some, good vibes into them before they sent them to me. So, we're just gonna look at the blurb on the back of this little book of tarot. So, if you want to read it, it says, perform tarot readings and interpret card meanings anytime, anywhere with this full color on the go guide. Tarot expert Barbara Moore provides impressive tips, prompts, and exercises, as well as sample card art from a tantalizing variety of decks. Within these pages are fascinating insights about each card, the secrets to understanding tarot symbolism in any deck, and outstanding spreads and activities to improve every part of your practice. So I have some nice quotes that I enjoyed from this book. This one, I don't know why I didn't put the page number down. This one is on page 11, and it says, even a short look at tarot's history will illustrate that it has evolved and continues to evolve, and that at the end of the day, there is no right or wrong way to work with the cards. Something that I definitely liked reading. And then this is from page 13, where it says, stories, fables, fairy tales, myths, jokes, movies. These are all ways we teach and learn lessons, ways we make sense of the world. Which is a wonderful thing to see somebody else agreeing with, through, the English education major that I took. We talked a lot about different ways that we can incorporate, regular things into the classroom to have students realize that their literacy extends beyond books, songs, movies, even speeches and such. All of those tie into how you learn about the world around you and how you recognize things. And I always like seeing other people also embrace the ways that we, can communicate with each other that isn't just writing. And then this is also from page 13. The line dividing truth, fact, and history from story, myth, and dream is not always clear. And even though we are talking probably in a more metaphysical sense in this part, I do agree with this, because we all know that history is written by the winners, and also just changed by whoever's translating their beliefs. There's so many things that are changed just through time itself, and things remain unclear for those of us who are looking at it now. So I always think it's fun to think about, it's fun to talk about, it's something that definitely works with my brain, at least. So, just kind of an overall kind of thought process for me on this book was, one, we talked about tarot history. I thought it was really nice that she kind of, essentially, she gave us a little intro, and then she moved into, it was an intro for her, talking about tarot for her, and, introducing us to a couple different meanings of some words that are important to tarot. And then chapter 1 was all about the history of tarot, which was honestly wonderful. I liked learning a little bit about it. I liked just a little bit of an overview. It wasn't a ton. And then she also had the second chapter on the structure and symbolism of tarot decks and oracle decks, and the first one and how that kind of evolved over time to what we have now. And I really enjoyed reading about that. I thought it was very interesting, and it really helped me get a greater insight into just tarot in general rather than just me using it. And she also had an entire section to talk about readings and how you can work with those, do those, just kind of incorporate them into your life, and the variety and how you want to use the cards. It wasn't a super long section on it, but it was definitely very useful. There was a multitude of tips, and then she also gave us alternative uses for the cards rather than only using them for readings and layouts, like how you can get to know them, how you can use them to inspire you even without using readings. And I really liked that thought process, and I genuinely enjoyed seeing those different activities that you can use them for, and I am interested in starting to try them. The biggest draw of this book for me was that every single page was dedicated to a different card and what it means and like its symbolism, and I really enjoy it. It truly was very nice to read it because it's not as it pertains to you, it's as it pertains to the card itself. And with each of those pages, the opposite page is a picture of different cards from different tarot decks, which I really liked because it actually helped me find another deck to buy. And I spent time Googling those decks from if I liked that picture and seeing if I'd like the overall deck or not. So it definitely helped me also look at my preferences. Here, for example, I'll read you like the page from the Queen of Swords. So at first we have keywords at the top. It says ally, authority, quick-witted, clever, efficient, perceptive, cruel, hates deception. And then it has the general overview. The queens have knowledge, experience, and authority and are concerned with individual or small group connections. The Queen of Swords has been through tough times and learned hard lessons without becoming bitter. She cuts through confusion, makes plans, and discerns truth from lies as if by magic. Like a master chess player, she will help you help yourself while furthering her own aims. If you get on her bad side, you will likely feel the cut of her sharp tongue. And then underneath that, in like a little blue box, there's generally some sort of either talk about the symbolism in the card or another tip. So this one is symbolism 20, birds. Most images for the Queen of Swords show her with birds and butterflies, symbols of air. This queen comes from a vampire-themed tarot, the one opposite the description, so things have a slightly darker slant. A raven is ready to whisper secrets in her ear. Ravens bring to mind Odin's two companions, thought and memory. Maybe this is why she always knows what's going on and can discern truth from lies. And then in the bottom, there's the little short instant answer for when you pull this card. Stand up for yourself and do what you know is right, even if they call you really mean names. And that's from page 159. And that's what I mean when I said I was a little disappointed with the little book of tarot, because all of them were like the instant answer, instead of just telling me what the card itself is talking about and what it means, which I loved that part. And then I've already given you an example of talking about the symbolism in the cards. Another really fun one, I don't remember which card it is now, but it was one of the the queens or empresses, talking about how she is generally pictured with a cat, which many people think means that like she has really good intuition, but was actually originally just drawn as the original artist's neighbor's cat. And I thought that was really fun because now it's taken on like an entire life of its own. So I don't know, I think if you're interested in tarot, I would definitely recommend Llewellyn's Little Book of Tarot over a little bit of tarot, because I think that this one brings a more academic perspective to it, and instead of just having all of it apply to you, you get to get like this nice overview of tarot itself, which I found very helpful and really appealed to me. So I hope that you have found something useful from this book talk. I hope that you continue to be interested in our little book discussions. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me. And that's it. Scholastically Natalie, out.